Hey everybody, John here again. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a fantastic day whenever it is you're watching this. So, I have had my Bilt Mastercard now for a year. I got it right at the end of July of last year. And so in this video today, I want to talk about what my first year with Bilt has been like, why I got the Bilt account in the first place, my thoughts on it over the past year, my thoughts on it going forward, and should you get the card or not. So let's dive in and see where we end up at. So I did a video back in early spring about why I love being a Bilt customer as a homeowner. And I alluded to the fact that if you're a Wells Fargo mortgage customer and if you have a Bilt account, then you're golden. The reason I said that is because Wells Fargo issues the Bilt card. And because of that relationship between Wells and Bilt, Bilt allows us Wells Fargo mortgage customers to make our mortgage payment through the same Bilt ACH program that they are using to accept rent payments with no fee. So I'm using the same program that renters are using to make my Wells Fargo mortgage payments. So I'm getting Bilt points and have been getting Bilt points for the last year. It's been awesome. Where else am I going to get mortgage points from or get points from my mortgage? Nowhere that I know of. So it's been amazing that because I'm lucky enough to be a Wells customer, being able to get points for that is amazing. Now, my mortgage isn't that much. Over the last year, I've gotten 12,000 Bilt points. So you can do the math about how much my mortgage is, uh, which is a lot cheaper than most people are paying for rent right now, where you see people constantly all the time talking about paying, $2,000, 2,500. I've seen a few people say $3,000 for rent, which to me is insane, but nonetheless, it is what it is. So I'm getting $1,000 a month for my mortgage payment. I think it's freaking awesome that I can do that. The card itself is not a great earning card, right? We all know that. It gets 3x on dining, 2x on travel, 1x on everything else, except for the first of the month where it's doubled. So you get, the 6x on dining, 4x on travel, 2x on everything else. Now, of course, your rent and, well, for me, my mortgage payment are not doubled. That stays at 1x no matter what. But you're not going to get any points at all unless you use the card a minimum of 5 times. So I'm not going to get my mortgage points. You're not going to get your rent points unless you use the card a minimum of those 5 times. Now, for me, in my use case, the card has been hard to use. So, in all transparency, I have been one of the people that has used the card the minimal amount of times every month since I've had it. I've used it, 5 or 6 times a month. That's it, so that I can get my mortgage points. And that's because it's not a great earning card. Like I said, the 3x on dining, no one's booking travel all the time. So 2x on travel, 1x is very on everything else. So 3x dining it's okay, but I get 4x on my Amex Gold card, and you all know how I feel about Amex. So um, the only sort of saving grace in that is I was able to link my Amex Gold card to my Bilt wallet. So when I do dine at a Bilt restaurant, and that's a caveat, you have to dine at Bilt restaurants. But when I dine at a Bilt restaurant and I pay with my Amex Gold card, I'm getting those 4x MR points from Amex, but I'm also getting 3x Bilt points on each dollar spent. So I'm kind of double dipping. So I am sort of kind of adding to my built stash every little bit. Um, Now, how do I feel about the card as far as recommending it? Well, that's kind of an interesting question. If you're a person that is churning cards, you're sub hunting, you're welcome offer hunting, that's all you're doing right now, the card does not make sense to you. I can't recommend it. But I do recommend it if you are someone like me that is looking for something that is going to get you points over time. And what I mean by that is that it's not glamorous. I'm getting right now I'm getting about, with every purchase and mortgage and all that, I'm getting about, you know, 1,200 points a month, something like that, somewhere in there. So it's not glamorous, but over time that adds up, right? It's just like putting money into a savings account. I know that when I first bought my house in 2017, um, I was able to put a down payment on it because I had accumulated a nice stash of cash in a savings account. And I was doing that because every paycheck I was putting $100 into this savings account and I wasn't even thinking about it. It was an account that in my mind, it didn't exist. And I was just stashing $100 into this account every month or every paycheck. And when it come time for me to look for a house, I'm like, holy crap, I have this much money in this account, because it adds up over time. So it's kind of, I look at the Bilt card as kind of that same thing, that slow and steady savings account where, I'm getting, 1,200 points a month, give or take, and just, slow and steady. I don't think about it. And so those points just accumulate over time. And at some point I'm going to have a nice stash of points and be like, oh crap, I have a lot of points here. I need to transfer these out. So that's kind of how I look at it. So I recommend it if you have that mindset of, slow and steady wins the race. Um, then I do recommend the card then. But if you're a churner and you're sub hunting and all that, it's not going to be the card for you. Um, but that's all I had. That's my viewpoint on the card over the first year. My viewpoint is as far as being a built customer. I know my use case is very, very caveated, if I just made up a word. But for me, it works out well. So uh, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. I would love to hear what you think. Um, Also, too, I am looking to build my channel more and more every day. So any like, any subscribe helps to boost my channel in the YouTube algorithms and gets it more visible to more people out there. So if you could hit like, if you could hit subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it. And not only are you supporting me, but it's also free. So it doesn't cost you anything but a couple of seconds of time. But anyway, I greatly appreciate you doing that as well. And so until next time, be good to each other. And until then, bye for now.